optimistic because we are at this new inflection point. Financial institutions are significantly, almost silently, moving trillions of dollars into the green building market in ways that we never envisioned before. And this may be the single most important milestone since the arc of transformation started. Investors see green building as long-term solutions. Investors see return on investment with green building differentiated from the traditional building. Simply put, investors see green buildings as sustainable investment, sustainable for their financial capital. And that's why we see banks in Brazil requiring green building ratings for the new World Cup stadium construction project financing. That's why we also see pension funds future-proofing their investment, their real estate investment portfolio with green building. And our next panel is going to explore that inflection point in more detail. So that's the new pool. And there's a big difference from being there on the push versus the pull. And the question is, are we ready? Are we ready to make our rating system robust, yet nimble to meet that pool? Are we ready to support the education and the training needed to meet this pool? Are we ready with building technologies to meet that pool? I think we are. You know, I've said in this forum before that together we can change the world, building by building. And research and common day experience now confirms that indeed we are changing the world, building by building. So you built the arc of transformation. You are creating our greener future, and CARE is very proud to be your partner. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that nice introduction and the arc of transformation. Well, here's the peak of that arc of transformation making its way to the podium. Before we go to the panel, I want to give some introductory remarks and before I introduce the panel. So let me get the technology. I got it here. I hope that some of you read the newspaper this morning, probably not the USA Today, because we don't read it anymore. It's a little inside jokes for the Americans here. But in the New York Times, which I tend to read, there was a very interesting article. And it says that the US is forecast to be the #1 oil producer very soon. By 2017, that's only in 5 years, the US is overtaking Saudi Arabia as the largest oil producer. Now, what's also interesting is that by 2030, the US is going to be energy independent, which means that basically more is exported than is imported. But to get there, there's two very important assumptions. Now, we'll leave supply aside for now and shale fracking and the discussions related to that. But I think what's very important, and see whether I can still find it, is that we require, I think I found it somewhere. No, I can't find it now. Well, you got to read the article. But basically what the article says is that we need very strong efficiency measures in the built environment to get to that energy dependence. Now, that's a very US-oriented story, but a story I think that's valid around the world.